Blake asked me for a bite of my muffin. It's a blueberry muffin from 7-Eleven. Don't be gross. Hey guys, it's V. So I was bad. I ended up getting a lot more of these brushes than I really thought that I was gonna go. But I had some gift cards and I had some coupons and they were doing buy one get one half off, so I honestly think that that justifies the fact that I got all of these brushes. So in this video I am going to be reviewing the 100 arched powder brush and the 300 tapered blush brush. And before I get into anything else, I'm going to go ahead and cut to the demo right about now of me actually using the brushes, and so you guys can see what my thoughts are as I do a first impression. So let's get to testing out the powder brush and the bold color. Okay. Jesus. 100, 300, 100, 300. Okay. So let's get to testing out the 100 arched powder brush and the 300 tapered blush brush. I'm going to start out with the powdered brush because I like to set my foundation before I put blush on. Oh, pristine packaging. Does anyone else get some weird satisfaction when you open a brush up for the very first time? Happiness. No more protection. No more protection from the powders. Shit. So to set my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Extremely Dirty Anastasia Contour Kit. And I'm going to be using this lightest shade right here. The brush that I have previously been using for this is this one that I got at CVS, and it's an Essence of Beauty, just powder brush is all it says on here. And I like this brush. I like how big and fluffy it is. It's really, really soft. It only cost me like $5 at CVS, but in order for me to really like get into the product here, I feel like I have to like hold the brush and like, I don't even know how to describe this thing that I do, but I like hold it so that I can really like dig into this. Like I don't really know how to describe this, but I feel like this one, since it's much more firm and not as fluffy as that one, will actually end up being a lot better. So we're gonna find that out right now. I don't even like see any product on there. Do y'all? Let's dig this ish in there. Dig you in there. Okay. I feel like that took a little while to get like enough product on there that I felt comfortable with, but I don't know. I like the way it feels. It's very soft on the skin. I don't really feel, I feel like, okay, honestly, I feel like this is Anastasia's fault partly because these are so like deep in there to me that like it's hard for a brush to really like get in there and get the product, you know what I mean? We're just gonna set the makeup all over my face. Why do I never put my hair up? Like honestly, it's a problem. I just never put it up. Okay, so I'm getting some more product. Set the other side. I feel like I'm getting this brush abnormally dirty. So I decided not to use this brush on half of my face because I honestly really don't like how that brush works. So I really just wanted to see how this one works. So I am finished setting my face, and I mean, it did its job. It didn't do anything wrong, but as you can see, it kind of got like really dirty on this bottom part. I don't know, like you can definitely see like how much powder I got and everything. So onto the tapered 300 blush brush. I'm going to be using an Hourglass Ambient Lighting blush, and I'm going to be using the shade Mood Exposure. I just recently got this and gotta say I'm loving it. I've been lusting over this shade for forever. So what I normally use for my blush is the e.l.f. small stipple brush, and so I'm going to use that on my right side, and then I'm going to use Les Real Techniques on my left side. So that's blush on that side. Then let's take this Real Techniques blush brush and do the other side. Definitely gets a good amount of product on there first application. I actually quite like this. It's very soft. Ooh. Kind of overdid the blush a little bit there. I don't know if you guys can tell because it's really bright, but kind of did a little bit too much. That's probably my fault because I didn't tap first. But you know what? Go blush or go home, right? Just why can't you put a shit ton of blush on? Maybe you look like a little bit like a clown, but I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna do it. So, how I feel about this one. I think it did a good job, honestly. I mean, I don't think that it did any better or worse than the e.l.f. Small Stipple brush. It kind of just did the same job, but a blush brush, I feel like it's kind of hard to like do wrong. It's kind of like your application that makes a blush brush good or bad. So after using these brushes, let's talk about it. We'll start out with the arched powder brush, and honestly my opinion on this is kind of mixed a little bit. I think that it's definitely a nice size for a powder brush. I like that the bristles are white once again, so you can see how much product you get on your brush. In terms of coverage, I would say that this is probably about a medium depending on the powder that you use. I think that the brush firmness is very nice with this one. It is the most fluffy out of all of the ones that I have tested out so far. Can cover a lot of area pretty quickly, so that's definitely nice. So in terms of cost, this brush is $25.99 at Ulta exclusively, and like I mentioned in my other videos, the only reason that I got these brushes is because I got a major discount. I ended up buying this brush and this brush at the same time. They were doing buy one get one half off. This brush is $23.99, so I ended up getting this brush for $12, this brush for $26. I had a $25 gift card, and then I also had 2 different coupons that equaled about $6 off as well. So I only spent $9 on both of these brushes. So in terms of my cost, I would say that these are totally worth $9. But if you have to spend $26 and $24, I don't think that they're worth it, really. I mean, they are beautiful brushes. Real Techniques really hit it out of the ballpark in terms of the beautifulness of these brushes. They've got the Real Techniques logo. This one is gold, and so is the triangle foundation brush. And then the blush and contour brushes are rose gold, and then the eyeshadow brushes are silver. I honestly think that was a really beautiful way to differentiate what the purpose of each of these products is. And so this one is more of just a face like finishing kind of thing. Also, if you would like to see a review on the 2 eyeshadow brushes, I will link that down below for you guys. I uploaded it before this one. Like I mentioned in that review, when I was looking up the description on Ulta's website for this product, they mentioned that they made the handles not round so that when they're sitting on your counter, they don't roll away. And honestly, that is a good one. That was a smart plan right there, because I mean, that happens to me all the time. My brushes always fall on the floor, and it's your bathroom floor, and so you're like, well, now you're forever unclean, so I need to like clean you immediately before I pick you up and use you again. So let's move on to the 300 Tapered Blush brush, and this brush is so cute. It's so adorable and little. I have a bunch of different blush brushes, but mostly I have been using my e.l.f. Small Stipple brush, which I mentioned in my demo. I like the way this one applies because it doesn't overdo it. I definitely think that like you get just enough product on there. And in terms of the Real Techniques, I forgot to tap before I put the blush straight on my face, so I overdid it just a little bit, but I hope that you guys can forgive me for that. But I really do like this brush. It is super, super, super soft, as are all of the brushes in this collection. And I think that it definitely got the job done. I think that it was really nice and precise in terms of where it applied it, for sure. And I think that was more of the point of this entire line, was they really wanted precise everything. They really just wanted everything to be nice and precise. I think that when they went about making this line, they really wanted to make some luxurious products that, yes, they're a little bit higher priced, but they're going to be worth it in the long run. Honestly, do I think that these brushes are all worth the price? Not really. But I do think that they are very luxurious, and if you want a beautiful trophy brush, I think that these are definitely it. I think that they are probably one of the most beautiful makeup brushes that I've ever seen. I do think that they definitely work, but I just don't think that they're worth, this one is $24. It's got the taperedness, so you can really just put a little bit of blush on that very tip and just barely put any blush, or you can really pack it on if that's how you like to wear your makeup. So it definitely caters to more than one makeup look for sure. So that is my review of the 100 arched powder and the 300 tapered blush brush. If you guys liked this video, then be sure to show some love to that like button down there. And if you subscribe, then you can be one of my gypsies, and every single one of you guys count. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.